Test. Why am I testing it? There's only me here, and I know it's working because I can see the fucking line moving. Right, hello all, this is Sheila. 5 years I've been making videos covering lots of different things. Most of it just me chatting shit. And in all that time I've been shouting, tell me what you want me to do a video on. Is there anything you want to do a video on? And today, for the first time, someone's actually said, okay, go and do a video about this. And that was his name. I'm gonna try this. Is Rai Lewell. He was actually the winner. I hope I pronounced that right, dude. He was actually the winner of the last video's 50k, and he very kindly just said didn't need the money, so to pass it on to the next one. So that's very good of him. Thanks for that, dude. But anyway, yes, he asked me, because I said, well, is there anything you want to do a video on? And he said, yeah, go on then. Enchanter AAs. So oh god. So me thinking, right, I'm going to do this guy proud, because he's the first one to ever ask for anything. So I'd gone off and done a little bit of research, and I'm going to give it my all. Okay, the first things to remember though, when we're talking about AAs, is everyone has their own uniqueness. So some enchanters, they will vary on what AAs they get. So I'm going to give it my best shot. Okay, the first thing to look at, if we look at AAs, you can only start getting them after 51, which we all know. Okay, and I was desperately trying to find a way, because look, there's loads, and as you can see with mine, I've put stuff in so many things, and so much has changed since I started doing it. For instance, back in the day, one of the ones that most of us wanted to get straight away was run speed, because obviously that's a good one to have. But in this day and age, we get mounts at the drop of a hat, so run speed isn't really that important anymore. So there's certain AAs that I might have and you might see in mine, but necessarily you won't, or you may get them but not straight away. So what I'm going to try and do is try and advise you on which AAs to sort of get from 51 upwards. Okay, now enchanters, well, we enchant things, clues in the name. So one of the key things that for us is charisma. Okay, now what I'm going to do to make this a little bit more breakdown is I'm just going to click on that. Okay, and that'll bring us up the very basic ones, the ones that are there at the beginning that you can buy. Let me just see, where's my... Ooh, that's interesting. Let me just go through these. So where's innate? Right, ignore that, because that didn't work, did it? Because the one I was looking for, obviously, for an enchanter is innate charisma. That's definitely one to get, because charisma helps us mez things. Okay, now hang on, let me have a look at that. Innate charisma says 65, but when I was on the other, because what I did is I created another enchanter so I could see all the AAs. So what I'm going to do, just bear with me a moment, I'm going to switch to him, because for some reason that's telling me 65, which is wrong, because you can get innate charisma and innate intelligence. Both of those are available at 51. So let me just switch to this other character, and then we can have a look at them fresh without any AAs being put on it. The thing also to remember is, like, I'm going to advise you to get some at 51. Now obviously, like innate charisma for instance, you can put 15 ranks into that. So the time it takes you to get the 15 ranks, the chances are you're going to be like 55, 56, obviously higher, and that will in turn open up, here he is, that will in turn open up more AAs. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're just going to, the initial ones obviously is innate charisma, innate intelligence. Okay, intelligence will give you more mana, charisma will obviously make you more charming, So when you go up to a mob and say, come here you, he will be more, or she will be more inclined to come with you. Mental clarity also is a good one. Again, that'll give you more mana. It depends on what you're doing. If you're soloing a lot, then it may be more important to max out your charisma first before start working on other things. I can hear people shouting out now, no, go for mana regen. Well, yeah, of course, go for mana regen. But another thing that's changed since back in the day, because let's not forget, you know, a lot of things have changed in this game. And one of the other things that have changed is the armour that we get now. Armour is very, very accessible from a very early age, and most of it has mana regens and lots of other things on it. So let's have a look. Okay, now there we go. We can clearly see innate charisma 51. So I'm not sure why on Sheila it said higher. Okay, so that's one of the first ones. Try and get that maxed out. Okay. To make it easier, if I do that now, okay, good. All I've done that for is because later expansions, there are some AAs available at 51. In I think there's one expansion very, very later on, which is where was it now? I know it's Seeds of Destruction. They've got some 51s in there as well. I think Gate is available in there. It might be a 55 actually. So charisma, definitely. Intelligence, so because it'll improve your mana. Mental clarity, yes, that'll give you more mana regen. Okay, stuff like, let's have a look. I've got Eyes Wide Open. That's a good one. Let me find that. Eyes Wide Open. Where are we? Come on. You should have done some research. See, I've very this is the first video that I've even attempted to do any research, because I like the sort of just there doing it as it's happening. I'm not really good at preparing things because I never remember anything. Okay, so I'm looking for Eyes Wide Shut. Is it Eyes Wide Open? Let me see. Eyes. There we go. Eyes Wide Open. Now, this is a good one because this will, if we look at Sheila's extended target window, because I'm not on Sheila, so obviously, damn. But I'll switch back to Sheila later on. But if you look at Sheila's, like here's an extended target window as it begins, so we can see 5. Okay. Now, trust me, if you're an enchanter worth your salt later on, you really need that to show you 10. Okay, on Sheila's she gets to see 10, which is quite cool because you're mezzing all them. Alright, and that'll be a lot of fun, I'm telling you, it's brilliant. So yeah, Eyes Wide Open is definitely a good one. So like I say, when you start putting them in innate charisma, mental clarity, and Eyes Wide Open, your level will be going up. So we're sort of now going to go to 55, right? So once you're in 55, whether or not you've maxed out any of the other ones, again, it's entirely up to you. You've got to look at the situation. If you're being grouped and you're being power leveled, then a lot of these you can lax on for a bit. Okay, if you're doing it all yourself, then you're going to need to put them in the right order. So you are going to need charisma, because if your mezzes break, you're screwed. And also charisma helps you with charming as well. So definitely go for that. Now at 55 I've written down spell casting expertise, so let's have a look at that. Another thing quickly to just mention is the only tabs that you're going to be bothered with are these 3: general, archetype and class. Special, forget it. I mean, I've never understood why these are there. There is some things you can get if you look there in category. The expendable ones, I've no idea. To me, it's just a waste of AAs, to be perfectly blunt. But if you look at progression, these are certain things that you get with expansions. Like if we cast this one, which I don't think it'll let me do yet. No, I'm not 68. But if you cast that one, it ports you to. I'm going to switch back to Sheila now so I can demonstrate some of these. But that ports you to one of the theatre zones. Let me see. Preparation. Got none at all. I apologise for anyone who's watching this getting frustrated. 55, right, so we got spellcasting expertise, spellcasting fury, minimal retention, spellcasting reinforcement, and mental clarity. Okay. When you get to 59, there's a cool one to get, which is dire charm. Back in the day, that was one that people that were doing the planes really like to have. And basically what it does is you can, for instance, you can go into most of the planes, and anything that's green to you at that level you can take as a permanent pet. Permanent in the sense of while you're in that zone it won't break. Obviously once you zone out the pet goes. Okay. So dire charm is good, and then at a later stage, which I'll have a look in a minute when I get back on Chila, you can upgrade that. Unfortunately dire charm, which I'm going to have a look at in a minute to make sure I get it right, but I think dire charm you can perma charm. I think it's up to about level I don't know, 47. I might be wrong, I'll double check on that. And then later on you get something which is edit of command, I think. Let me just check that. Just going back to the extended target window, there's mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I get to see 10 mobs. So let's bring up the AAs again. Let's have a look. Now, dire charm. I think that's in. Is that in archetype? Dire charm. No, it's not. Is it in general? No, it'll be in class, won't it? Of course it will. Will it? Come on, there we go, dire charm. Dire charm, this ability gives you the chance to permanently charm an NPC, enchanters or druids, animals only, necromancers. It doesn't actually tell you, but I think it's about 40. Well, whatever level the air elements are in Planes of Bastille, the BOT, that's the level. Okay, so I think it's whatever's green to you in there, you can permacharm. Okay. Now the extension to permacharm, which I'll actually cover. Let me see. Is you see you got some other one. I know I keep jumping from side to side, so let me just quickly get this other one out. We'll go back quickly to 55. So spellcasting expertise. Let's see, spellcasting expertise. I think that might be an archetype. You really should have done research, dude. This is so unprofessional. Let's see, spellcasting expertise. It's that good, I've only got one in it. So why have I got that written down? Let's see what it does. Oh, this improves you. So basically you can see exactly what happened here. I didn't even start getting this till way later on. And so maybe that's one that you don't really need to worry too much about. Let's have a look at casting fury. This is good. This will help you crit. Okay, so that's good for critting. What have we got here? Spellcasting fury. We got another spellcasting reinforcement. What's this one? See now these. Let's have a look. Fury. That's 55. Reinforcement. You can't even touch until you're 85. So there's a lot more to do in between getting that. I don't even know why I've got that written down. Mental clarity. Mana. Again, I haven't really got that much. Like I say, there are going to be chanters watching this, just looking at my A's, thinking, oh my god, how did you even survive? I've got good friends, they look after me. What can I say? Okay, so anything to do with charisma, mana, spellcasting is all good. Okay. Now at 73, this is another crucial one, and I found this out as I've gone along. The problem that I found with being an enchanter, and I've covered this slightly in one of my other videos, is our roots are just bog standard. Once you cast it, sometimes you can get a dot on it, but if you try to do a DD, which is direct damage spell on it, poof, it'll break it. Okay, so there is, I'm trying to desperately find it, clinging root, probably an archetype. Clinging. If any of you can see clinging root, shout it out. I can't hear you, but hey, it'll be fun. Clinging, come on. Basically what it does is it improves your root. Oh yes. And I can't... There it is, clinging root. Okay, unfortunately you can't even use this one until you're 100. Alright, so once you get to 100, this is the one that you want, okay? What I found is once you max this out, and I don't even know how much this one costs because I've maxed it out, so I apologise about that. But once you max it out, at level 100, I can go and fight mobs, root them, and I can cast whatever I like, and they will stay rooted 9 times out of 10. So that is definitely something worth getting. Now, along the way, we get other cool stuff. So in between, they're the main ones that you need to get. The things like mine crystals and stuff like that, I never really found them to be much use because you've got to use mana to cast them. So even though I've maxed it out, it's basically because I didn't know what it was. A lot of my AAs are, I don't know what they are, so I just buy them. One thing I did do at the beginning is I would click on this and put passive, because when you first start out, you know, having more hot buttons. Like if you look at my hot buttons, it's ridiculous. There's hot buttons for everything. There's the extension, right? Edit of command. Let's have a look at that. That is once you've got Dire Charm 1 at a higher level, you can then. Let me see what level. Edit of command. It's under E, you idiot. Why we get that, I don't know. Sorry to barge that one in, but I don't know why we get extended swarm. So, because I don't know everything, and the reason why I don't know why we get it is because a mage friend of mine, he gets a swarm spell. And I've heard Shadow Knight shouting out about swarm, so I presume they get a swarm spell. And it's actually, when we bring up the little spell, as you can see, the spell thingamajig, they have a section in there which is swarm pet. Okay, see where I've got pet? Well, when they go on their pet, they have an actual section where it says swarm. As you can see, we don't. Okay, so I'm not too sure what that extended swarm does. And you may be asking, why have you wasted 5 points in it then? I don't know. Okay. Now the ones that you could play with, which are quite good. Let me see. Deep sleep. Now that's, you need to get your members. So let's go back for that one. Members. This is to do with mezzing. Okay. Anything to do with mezzing is always good. Let's have a look down here. These are good as well. Illusionary ally. These are sort of like pets, but our pets are just nowhere near as good as there's quite a lot of pet classes. In fact, we don't even get included in the pet class. I didn't want this one to be a rant video, but now I'm thinking of it, yes, just slightly. Sorry about this, but enchanters, right? We cast pets. It's there. It's clear as day. P-E-T. Summon pet. Pet there, right? So why is there items out there that only have Beast Lord, Necromancer, and Mage? When you know, why aren't enchanters? I think we should start a petition. Enchanters, and also druids as well. To be fair, because they're pet class, they can charm animals. So maybe we should start a petition to try and get our races, our classes on those items. Okay. Anyway, back to what I've been requested to do. Illusionary ally. That will do a photocopy of you. So let's see, illusionary, E, not there. And I'll put passive on. Duh. So we have to take that off. Okay. Let me see what level you have to be. As you can see, absolutely no research whatsoever. Beam of Slumber. Brilliant one. Yeah, but you weren't talking about Beam of Slumber. You were talking about Illusionary. I know I was, but I got to Beam of Slumber first, so I thought I'd do that one. Beam of Slumber is a brilliant one. It will mez multiple mobs. Let me see. This one says 100, but it says, alright, okay, this is 100, and it will basically up to level 98, it will put them to sleep. I think this one does up to about 5. It says they're up to 8 enemies. Not sure I've had up to 8, but I've had quite a few. Okay. The other one of those is this one, right? Shingling. I can't pronounce it, but I call it Shingling Beam. I sort of prefer it, and I'll show you why when I can find it. Come on, there we go, Shingling Beam. Again, this is a level 100, so these are quite high up, alright? But at the end of the day, by the time you've maxed out your charismas, your intelligences, your mana regens, your castings and all that lot, you know, you'll probably be quite high level anyway. And I happen to know the person that I'm doing this for is a level 100, so they're just looking for things to get. Okay, the reason why I like this one better, and I would always use this over Beam of Slumber. Beam of Slumber's okay if you're trying to get away from a situation, then yeah, whack that out. That will put them to sleep, give you a chance to get out. Okay, if you're in a fight in a group situation and it just happens that there's ads coming, okay, always use this one, because what this one will do is it will not only mez them for a short time, but it will slow them. So when they've broke out of the mez, it will slow them down when they're coming towards you, you see. So it's definitely a good thing to do. Okay. Self status. Oh man, how can I forget self status? This is the level 71. Okay, level 70. Get this. I don't give a damn what you're working on. Okay, self status is a must. What this does is it will temporarily put you in a bubble. Temporarily, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, which anyone will tell you that's a long time. Okay, you can't move though. Once you put yourself in status, you can't get attacked, but you cannot move. Okay, so what I tend to find is if the mob's right in front of you, okay, don't do it right, run away. Try and get a bit of distance between you and the mob, because it's instant. Alright, so if you can get away just a little bit, then cast it, chances are because it'll also clear all your aggro. Okay, any aggro you've got, it will clear. Now, again, I might have mentioned this in another video, but the thing to be aware of is if you've got a pet, alright, try and, well, don't have it like mine, so take it off, alright, because your pet will continue to fight, so you may have to say bye-bye and get rid of your pet. Okay, at the end of the day, if it's life and death, get rid of your pet. It's not worth it. Okay, so, and another good thing is we also get one called friendly status. So let's have a look where that is. That should be up here. Friendly status. This is a 75. Okay, exactly the same, but you can target. Actually, you have to have self status anyway, which is a level 70, which you will have. So don't worry. When you get this one, again, it's worth doing because you can save a friend. Yes, you can target someone in your group and put them in a bubble. Why? Target yourself, okay? Put yourself in a bubble. There you go. We get 2 statuses. That's it. The only time you want to use it for a friend, right, is... Actually, no, not for a friend. Obviously, you'd use it for a friend if the shit hit the fan. But the only time that you would really want to use it with a group member is if you've got a tank that's being a bit of a dick. Okay, you've heard them. They've got the best armour. They've got this. They've got that. Let them get into the fight. Let them get the aggro. Let everyone sort of awe at their fantasticness. And then target them. And then click friendly status. Oh, it's so funny. If they don't know what enchanters do, you will probably see texts like, oh my god, my screen's frozen, oh my god, I can't move, oh my god, blah 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 blah. Okay, it's just funny. They haven't got a clue what's going on. You're sat there pissing yourselves and they lose aggro. Okay, so it could wipe the group, but hey, you can always blame it on them. Just deny any knowledge. I've done it loads of times, and there's only been like 1 or 2 instances where someone sent me a whisper saying, "Dude, why are you doing this to me?" So it's like, oops, sorry, didn't mean to. Okay. And the hasting parts, some of them, yes, but it's just to speed up other ones you've already got. Okay. So let me see, anything else? There's loads here. Illusionary, again, that's a level 100. Not sure I can show you what that is, but basically it just, if I cast it, no, I haven't got any mobs. This is my house, by the way, getting ready for Christmas. Well, I say getting ready, it's done, dusted. Oh, they've disappeared. I had little shinies. I worked out that I could drop shinies off, the collections. Well, I worked out I could drop them off in my house, but it looks like they don't stay permanently, unless someone's been in my house and collected them, which is sort of the point. No, I'm guessing that they just don't stay as house items, because they've all gone. Oh, what a shame. So back to the AAs. Basically the key things are charisma, mana, charm, root, anything to do with your pet. Although our pet isn't going to be. My pet at the moment at level 100, he can hold its own. I don't know why I said he can hold its own. It could be a female. I don't really know, because we cast ours every now and then, and they could be different sexes or anything. Okay. I hope I've helped. I do. I really do, because it meant so much that someone said to me, "I would like you to do a movie on this." And if there's anything else out there that anyone wants a movie on, I will do my best. But don't expect anything clean cut. It's never clean cut. I can't work like that. I'm just, I've always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but the thing that worries me is, if you haven't got a script, you could go anywhere. But that's what I like to do. But then sometimes when you just go anywhere, you lose the plot, and you don't get around to yourself. So I spent the last 2 years just writing sort of things. But anyway, let's see. Is there anything? I think that's the main thing. I think if you can concentrate on your charisma, your mana, regens, get. Oh, good. There's another one. Yeah, you just thought of another one. I've been sat here for 20 minutes listening to your crap. Yeah, the one I'm looking for is here. See here. Well, when we first start out, I think we only get, is it 6 spell slots, 8 spell slots? Not too sure. It's been a while. But there's an AA. Let me see if I wrote that down. It's not Eyes Wide Open. I thought it was Eyes Wide Open. Oh, I know what it is. There it is. Mystical Attunement. Mystical Attunement. That's under M. Is it under? It's under a different tab. Where are we? Come on. General? Oh yeah, of course it'll be general, because it affects everyone. There we go. Mystical. There we go. Yeah, you can get 22 ranks in that. Okay. No, that's not even the one, but this is still a good one. No, what mystical attunement does, see, absolutely no rehearsal, is you can have more buffs on you. So yes, that is a good one. But now I need to find the one. There's one that gives you more. You can have, as you can see here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spell slots. So that's definitely one worth getting. Let me just check. Capacity of the extend. That's for the extended target. There is one. I'm desperately trying to find it now. Things like foraging and that, again, bit of a gimmick, but we can only take it to 50. Lung capacity, no. I mean, like I say, the armour has changed so much. Once you get something with a Kuman on, which you basically got that covered. Resistances, again, as you can see, I haven't really put much into it. let me see, there is one. Oh, this is another group, there we go. Once you get to, see that's saying level 100. I'm not sure it's a level 100. But you must have at least 20 in planar power, which I'm pretty sure you will. But this just continues, it adds more charisma and intelligent. If you're doing trade skilling, obviously there's something, like I've maxed out my baking. I haven't cooked a thing in my life in this game on this character, but I've maxed it out. One day I am going to do this one, fletching mastery. Yeah, I'm going to do that just for the sake of it. Okay, so once I get about like 9,000 and I've got absolutely nothing else to do, then I'll get that. Because of course anyone out there who's an enchanter will know it's completely worthless. There is one. Where is it? Innate metabolism. Again, there's one you might want to get. It'll save you on food. You won't have to buy lots of food later on. So that's one that you might want. So some of these are little ones that you may or may not want, depending on your choice. These innate ones are quite handy. Innate C Invis. You can get group versions. Get group, innate, levitate, group. So it depends on how much of a group player you want to be. But all of them are available in innate form first, so you can get them just for yourself. Is this the one? What's this? Research, charm spells, no. Mental tuning, no, that's the effects. Where is it? Rat pack, with the bags and that, no, not really. You don't have to worry about that. See, like I say, if someone had asked me this 8 years ago, I would have had a completely different video. Completely different. But Sony have come on in leaps and bounds. They've made it, some people could say, too easy. No, I disagree. It's just right, I think, at the moment. If anything else, I think they could bring back, at the moment, player-made stuff like food and that. We don't need it. And I think that's a shame, because back in the day, the emphasis was on people getting materials, making stuff, and we'd go out and buy their food, and in turn it would keep the circulation of plat running. Talking about plat, keyword. I'm going to say, right, the keyword for this film will probably go out after Christmas anyway, so the keyword for this film is Ryu. Okay, Ryu. Now I'm desperately trying to think of how to spell Ryu. So let me just think about this. Okay, no, I'm changing it. The keyword is not Ryu, so don't send me a whisper saying Ryu. Okay, I'm really crap at spelling. The keyword for this one is spell. S-P-E-L-L. Okay, S-P-E-L-L. Alright, and there'll be 50 grand there for you. Now, let me see. So I'm trying to desperately... Yes, there is an AA somewhere amongst all this lot, which gives you extra spell slots. Okay, very handy, very handy. So basically, just to recap, we've got charisma, definitely a good one. Intelligence improves your mana. Anything to do with mana, anything to do with extended target, anything to do with buffs, how many buffs you can have, anything to do with how many spell slots you can have open at any one time, anything to do with charm, okay, and anything to do with root. And then along the way, stuff like doppelganger, which is a cool one. You can have lots of fun with that, especially when you're fighting dragons, because what doppelganger does is it duplicates whatever you're fighting. And it's basically a mini pet. Well, not mini, not when you're fighting a dragon. You should see the raid. I was on a raid once. I'm just mischievous, what can I say? I was on a raid, and it was an open raid, and we were fighting a big dragon, okay? And I was sort of bored, because, in raids, most enchanters, there's not really much to do. You just buff everyone at the beginning, make sure everyone's got mana and haste. So I was quite bored, and that we were fighting this huge dragon. So I thought, so I sort of walked up a little bit close to it, because you have to be quite close to cast it, and then I casted it, and then I proceeded to watch most people in the raid go berserk, because it was like 2 dragons there then, and initially, obviously, people might not have known that I could do that. So for those few people that didn't know, yes, there was chaos. People were running around everywhere. The tank was desperately trying to keep aggro, and it wiped. Yes, so they never invited me again. Anyway, I hope that's helped. Like I say, most of my films are the spare of the moment thing. I just do it, and that's it. Once it's done, it's done. If there's anything that you would like any help with at all, to do with houses, to do with enchanters, I don't know, anything, or if you just got a rant that you want me to cover, as long as I agree with the rant, I will cover that for you. Okay. So yes, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all had a good Christmas and a Happy New Year, and ta-ta for now.